Hey, I'm Patrick, the founder of Prospect Labs, and we are a LinkedIn lead generation and training academy. And in today's video, I want to show you how to find anybody's business email address. So using Prospect Labs, you can use a variety of LinkedIn and email, and it's critically important that you only target people with a business email, both for GDPR compliance and just best practice. So it's a very short video showing you how to convert a LinkedIn profile into a business email and then what you can use for that. Hope you find it helpful. Keep in touch.
So we now have both our tools connected. And so the next step is to say, well, where do I look on LinkedIn or websites I need to find addresses? So if you open up LinkedIn, I did a webinar recently about how to run multiple campaigns in my target audience for anybody interested in emailing. So I'd go into LinkedIn and I would type search and I would look for email marketing. And if you look at email marketing, there was a conference here, email marketing conference. So I clicked on that, looks like this. And if you click attend, you can see all of the attendees. And once I click on that, this is what it looks like, a list of all the people that are attending. So usually on LinkedIn, what I would do would be messaging all of these, introduce myself and say, hey Frank, we're both attending the same conference, would be great to connect, that sort of thing. And it gets great results. By doing this on email though, this is what you can do is multi-channel. So you click on the purple icon here. What it will do, sorry, this one here, it will give you a drop down. So let's just refresh to make sure it's working okay. And there we go. So if you click the drop down, it'll now say all the people's names and it will say if you've already scraped them or not. So for the sake of this video, I've already scraped them, but if you wanted to do new people, you add them to the list of where you want to scrape. You click find emails and save, and then what this will do is say, do you want to do page 1 of 1 or do multiple pages? So the first time you do this, I would say just do 1 page, and then after that, maybe do 5 pages at a time. Don't do 100 pages because this is still on your LinkedIn account and it looks like an automated tool which LinkedIn don't want you to use. So try and scrape 5 pages, give it a rest, and then maybe another pages. So I would say over the pace of maybe 2 or 3 days, you could find 1,000 emails. When you click find emails and save, it'll take you to the prospects, which look like this. So this is all the people from the email marketing conference. And as you can see here, there's a mix of validated and not validated, but you can see they're all business email addresses. And so if you click valid emails, I can see from 10 people that I've scraped, I have 5 emails. So 50% of people I've found. And what's really cool about this is that I can just click export all these people, and these are the people that I directly import into Prospect Labs because I have 2 things. If we click on each one, we can see it has the person's name, but it also scrapes all their company information, email addresses, and their LinkedIn profile here. So this tool will find scraping from LinkedIn, it'll scrape the LinkedIn profile, it'll find their business email, and this is what I then use to do multi-channel campaigns. There are some other ways though. If you know a company that you want to target, so Startup Wise Guys, for example, is a business I work with a lot, a Startup Accelerator. And if you say, I want to target this company, then you use the other one. I think it's this one here. Yeah. So this icon will then say all the email addresses of people from this company. And again, you can click save, and that will scrape all the people associated with the company. And as you can see, green means a validated email. So to go back, I would say Snovio, snov.io, spend between $30 to $80 a month to get thousands of validated emails. Make sure you're scraping from things like LinkedIn or scraping from websites to find your target audience. Export that, and that's what you can import into Prospect Labs. One very final thing is once you are logged in, make sure you do this one feature. If you go to your account and go to search settings, you have to make sure you untick this one, add a generic contact. You don't want info at, you want Patrick at. And instead of personal email, you don't want Patrick at Yahoo, you want Patrick at Prospect Labs. So if you do those 2 and save, it means that all the prospects that you find will be ideal. Final question a lot of people ask me is this relevant for all industries? And no, some industries are really public. When I target startups, I get maybe 50 or 60% validation. Some industries are more difficult, so just test it out. But if you look at this one here, I try to find from 2,500 people, how many emails could I find? And I found 1,949. So it's a really good return on trying to find people's email addresses. Then again, export that, load it into Prospect Labs, and there you go. You have a multi-step campaign of targeting on LinkedIn, and then if they don't react on LinkedIn, you can check, have they got an email, and if the email is valid, then you can send an email. So I hope this helps, and if you want to try Prospect Labs, just go to prospectlabs.co, or just get in touch, and always happy to do some training with you.
So I hope you found the video helpful, and a few really quick takeaways to focus on. Number one, make sure when you're using Snovio, tick the boxes against your search settings that say only find business emails, not generic emails. You don't want to be contacting info at, sales at, that sort of thing. It should always be first name at, and it's a business email. Secondly, don't scrape too many profiles too quickly with LinkedIn. Usually what I do is scrape one page, make sure it's working, and then scrape 5 pages at a time. Because remember, this automation tool of scraping emails is also on your LinkedIn profile. So don't do 100 pages at a time, but 5 pages at a time in increments. Hope you found that helpful, and any questions, just get in touch at prospectlabs.co. Thanks.